Today is Saturday, the 28th, 2016. It's May month. We still walk through, and I am about the same class of circumstances around the cyclic of Argentina, which is a sickness all over wherever to see, but for few which always remains are suffering and struggling about survivals, not only for the known as the trained responsible character that doesn't get not attached except for the coin of the murder, the coin of the rape, and the coin of the forgery and the lie and the witness of hell for having whatever house cars over mesa rapes and murder, but the cast of Argentina, which is Sodoma y Gomorra, Ejército Argentino, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Evangelistas Unidos, Kirchners, and then associated civilians. I have been through the normal as this name provides, which is exactly every day's robbing to me and every day's making me core and elemental for mobile for the making rapes, murders and robberies, telling that has rights. Like Policía Federal Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas permanently does, and especially Ministerio de Seguridad, with Evangelistas Unidos that are all at the supporting except a brief list we were trying to rescue, and rescued at elemental majority. But further this, the clear of this is remaining for the same class of circumstances, and no one ever stops and keeps on taking people for manipulate, drugging, and making the abominations. This class of elemental sickness every day stands. Extortions were every day, never stopped even now. We're suffering extortions. I am out to say certain things. Yesterday, Evangelics United of Guillermo Areciprén with Policía Federal Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, and them associated in the US, kidnapped inside the White House to Mr. President Barack Obama. This would be a very delusional, delirious, and misplaced about my person, and almost makes disasters and threatening to murder him if I wouldn't give in. And the Jewish gave in, and the whole of we were doing injustice and state spies to Argentina, to Evangelistas and Kirchners, because of they will murder Mr. President Barack Obama. We're at the press, at the national American press, appointing that I will be at the chain rate while extortions, and I will look for porn while we were dealing with extortions, like every day is happening here, but Evangelistas Unidos, Evangelistas of Guillermo Areciprén, and them all associated permanently since my 5 do it to me. And not only this, but the normal significance and the reality for what they says they will ever have to have in my place, my bliss, my reality, my patrimony, my everything, and saying they what will be and what will not, telling and declaring God will ever give them to it. And they will definitively, determinating and choose who will be and who will have, and giving the supposed miracle benefit in base of being brujas, enfermas, paganas, satanicas, profanas, naturally, with the pardon of so few. And the reality for the sickness of association permanently since the 1973 with Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado Argentino, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, in the whole of the abominations each are, and justifying that abominations, telling that anybody has the blame and the guilt carrying, but the abominables themselves, which has coins, are they telling miracle of the Lord because of will be authorities of God, trying to save them. The market of evangelismo is a market of criminals and brujas, cultura abarat abatek. And not abominable like Egypt, ancient Egypt, and Babel, abominations. Now the reality, Your Honors, and the government of Israel after the whole of the disasters in my flossy land, and I'm sorry for that, which no one deserves or has to carry. Neither I, over extortions and disasters and damages, asking me to say that Elfai sent me something. I will be delivering naturally, but everybody says things that I won't repeat here, but I'm going to show. And the fact for this, which is exactly the black mirror of the spot, I had receiving 4 credit cards, 73 plane tickets, 900 documents, and devices diversity between 32 inches portable with a completeness of skills and capacities for BBID, computer, tablets, Androids, and so much other for I to choose and I to determinately one, and a car sent, which were delivered back. But the devices robbed by Policía de Argentina and Evangelistas of Guillermo and Kirchner's, saying that they will possess, but everyone were destroyed. Because of they know what they do. If that will reach at my hands, I will ever have the elemental for acceding to how to deactivate them. Because if I will communicate satellitely with them myself. Slegi mar refechua ble sosleki fach masachal khaliki shvasek leki verhechul khalach maklach machalkim leble spot le refechet khali fokhot khali shvat khalach maklaki masis moteran. Get done making temperatures to my device and organizing with the whole of the disgusting land. Catalina, and learn that I need medications with opportunistic barras and farmas, Argentina, sorry for the word, that keeps on making the same. Now what the reality for this? One thing that I came on working and fighting and denouncing, this is the vice sickness abominable whole of Sodom and Gomorrah, not this place, not me, Argentina, that is permanently making for the same class of other generations and never stops, and murders and destroys and puts figures of, does they hear us? Oh, no, nobody does, and they believe. Put it to me, my life, profaning. And making that, okay, we can do this, keep on that, I'm going to organize this other, we're going to fill God, our lives, and money, we're going to have it all. And the learning has rights because of they says they are government. Which determines over only the ones on the badge, on the title, on the position, like squatters, párrafos degenerados, will only have to be heard. So no matter if truth or lie, if I will go through just watching someone or dealing with some shit, or speaking with some else soul, and I'm sorry the word, or some depraved son of a snake and perro bastardo, whoever and whatever, with whatever the badge, whatever the title or not, I will ever be just scratching packs and making boners and making inseminations within and making the whole of the placements like no woman will ever do. You know, but I will be worse than a woman. Because if I wouldn't scratch, I wouldn't touch, and I wouldn't have, and I wouldn't ask, but I will look so, don't you dare, and my cat. So suddenly, this casta de perras hijo del infierno is exactly the shit I'm going to put there. So, makes up photos and whatever the testimony, oh, but he's a cop, oh, but he's an expert, but he's a forensic, oh, but he's a judge, he's president, he's a evangelical. And I got my career, I'm gonna come for my Bentley, and I'm gonna come for my crystal shake in front of the Lake of Geneva. Oh my God! I'm gonna be the top of the world, directing the whole of the mental health and all the whole of the governments of the world. Whoever be with this, they're hired, because of everyone with this still hired. Which I executed already, 5 million in 5, which started doing this. And removed the Bentleys, and removed the shakes of crystal, and removed the trips of perras y criminales de cuarta. So now let's talk about this. Evangelistas Unidos, perros degenerados, were permanently making this to me and never stopped to doing, declaring I will be class of a demon and lack of an abomination, which they are forever. And the learning because of they will not power of the kingdom of heaven, to say, which is exactly profanation and Temek, which is exactly Babylonia, is Sodoma. And in the middle of this altar, to keep on making the flesh and anybody will know first, because of they made in the chat, for they and another obsessively destroying my life with altars, witches, and this perras and farmas degenerados, considered to be experts, and the whole known and determined to be my person. In everything I do, whatever this is, the learning I rob and I profane them. Because of evangelics, And parras of Guillermo Resuprain and Osvaldo Carnival at the top of the head, because of they wanted, not being victims. Nobody trapped them up, and nobody pushed them. They want it, and they done. They are demons, they are abominable, they are criminals, and they love it. Now the reality is, exactly at the day, we're recruiting for millions all over the world for making these generations, learning and terminating that they will ever be put back out to saying that they have rights to taking houses and cars and businesses and patrimonies and sending Jewish people to be raped and murdered because of they will be the only ones of God, Almighty, Holy God. And saying that they will say, because of they did not allow me to be, or having, or doing, nothing, and I will ever have to pay because if I wouldn't keep them. And declaring that I, al final se llevó, stolen what they stolen to the people and to me. And like I said, I will be pleased about taking the money away, but I will kill the disgusting sons of hell, condemned volunteer, disgusting rodents of the whole of the bitches, like they are. And I will putting them there, and I will taking everything that they got. Not only the $78,000 that they robbed to people and to me, like $4,000 they stole me with manipulations and extortions. And the whole of my closet, the whole of my clothes, with manipulations and extortions. Based degenerados between the whole of the abominables and criminals, Guillermo Resuprain constituted the whole of the empire of the sickness called masqueros in the whole of the world, which is the Grand Whore head. Called for Luciano Groviano and for Ejército Argentino and Presidency Argentina and the whole of the associatable degenerados to take a position on top, said, over the whole of the religious remaining for what it is God's and not joining whatever and whoever with the transcendental that everybody will get regretness and salvation and forgiveness for the whole of the world. And third, taking positions and saying, yes, I will. And not abducted, not yield, he were shit he wanna be. And the same is brought up. And have been murdering for about 2,999,804,204 to taking companies, companies Mancebon, let's telling the world, busted into rape and murder and slaughtery and destroy familicide and genocide communities. In base of, I will be the beast and I will rob them $78,000 for this number of persons in the whole of the world to dispossess, including Argentina and friends of mine and Jewish communities, and telling Israel is next. Now the reality of this is no one ever stops and keeps on telling, acá se la llevó, and goes to the houses of Jewish and friends of mine telling, dame la plata que le robó Brain, dame la plata. With maricas, Policía Federal Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas, expertos de Sodoma y Gomorra, telling that has rights too, and putting them out and delivering arrested by invention of cases en las Pazzi Botti Camarrim y Parras de Carnival Cabrera Anacondia Crudo Jimenez inside armed forces and then vice pretender of defensors and also tribunales Argentina about ¿por qué te trajeron acá? Te descubrieron haciéndole cosas a los hombres. This class of definitions and terms of they being the perrazos degenerados creídos de elocuencia, de respeto, ubicación y delicadeza. Ignorantes perras criminales degenerados, reducidas, baratas, prostis de Sodoma. Te descubrieron haciéndole cosas a los hombres, te descubrieron tocándoles las partes. Como cuerpo médico forense, con el perdón de algunos. And in the middle of this reality, about to make the plech mechrebet fochol bispat levisoseliche. Slua pleki marrefech wab levisosep levispach machal ki visot letishkel armefech mochu wab levisosibat. Le plebes potleki marrefech hot shel afispach machal givisim. So I were keeping certain things and I were working with this. And delivering 2 lies in office, which they want to take in for the destroying, saying that they can intervene, for the analyzing because of there were too much murder, but what they do hides and says justified. because of they will be authorities, the badge and the title over, I move the power, and then, oh my God, everybody moves the power, and who has a speed bigger, and destroys more, and ruins more, is the commander, like any hell animal. And it's exactly tierra de mierda this, and evangeliza terra sucia, with perro degenerado Kirchner, and the whole associated, Sodom y Gomorra, Ejército Argentino, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, which keeps on making the same old to me, with them, everyone. Now the reality for this, and putting in evidences and evidence to truth. Still part healing, still part destroying, which they are doing, and no one stops. So making that, at the clear fact of what this is, that threat to be healing and destroying my people and threatening and dragging them, which Evangelistas Unidos works with, and telling that they will catch me making the same. With the Plehmasech al-Chilitzim still all over, at the nearing underground, making with a PPI, stolen still. Tunnels, like Nazis. Hestel is the business here. And it's not eloquently fascination for no victim and the son of a snake, which there's the comment for this. Fascinated about making the implementation for the business and attracted by the same disgusting comfort, disgusting captive being abominable compound. I'm gonna put it there as well. Now the reality is, and bleve foromose halbi parte, halbi sos levi, matleki maramechalam, bleve sos levi forove halbi sos levi sasin, supposedly I will answer and I will come forth to scratch the bag around and being a slut. And they will catch me infraganti, making the slattery. And being a slattery canton. With all of the boners of the everyone. Oh my God. I will be the super beast demon that I will produce that, but they are the ones that makes it. Because if I will push them, but they want the business and deal about it, and I will be seducting and provoking, so seductively, so, you know, and my genetics and the star, and I sing, and I have the host to live too. I provoke you, I seduce you. You want to be spelling me out, and you want to rape me, and you want to masturbate with me, and you want to rape everybody, because of you want to catch me up. But they were the first that denounced, saying that I couldn't be for the catch at the same they will make in the catalyzed character for the putting in evidence that I will do, but if I will do it because if I will be, and they will have business. So evangelistas psicópatas degenerados, sociópatas, psicópatas degenerados, Sodomar Gomorrata, Sodomar Puga. Babilonia son la casta poner muerta por toda la eternidad, excepto víctimas. Con toda su Sodom y Gomorra, which makes business about us. The Lord has rights and to be authorities of God. Now, plech masiva plevesesim. Lektika marreve fechuba, chlek marreve sua plevesos plevesos shiva. Tzavik. Roplech machal kimisot plevesos sheren. Where to around Europe and Asia trying to put in again, and where extortioning me in Kuala Lumpur, in Chanibra, in New York, trying to take in United Nations plazas buildings. And the whole of the installations, whoever to be justice and states parties and institutions for the states, telling and declaring they will take the buildings and founding them government of the world. Because of evangelazo, barrazo, marica, y parra enferma will determinately say that that will be the reality and everything will be achieved. So they will need have at Lake Masim to masking and destroying and burning and murdering to taking whatever we're not given. For the same we're right. And with everything the same. Even with me. And with my Patlik, Monsara, my people, my nation. So the reality here is Casta de Parras, Deinodaire, and this to be over. Now, Flekma Rebe Fechobla Besosech Machalkimar. Leplevis hotlegni, have fohua plebisosiv, victims! Don't you fucking tell anymore! And I'm sorry the terms. You suffer! I come first! And you have no idea how much. You don't know! Soplekima rebe fechmot lechima plebisosiv. Bleka marbe fechbach legimi sechabash woplebeba. Litzelekal arremaklech machalkivim. Everyone will know first in base of what I am doing and saying, because if they will publish first, they will have the ready organized paper to signate. Parram farma consider of judge or prosecutor or chief or president or whatever tribunals or whatever bitch with the title of government to sign it and say, we done it in base of what I do. But everyone will know at the approximation. And sorry for this difference. For whatever that says for business and make it to me for business, what they do, telling survival and having a coin, the meal. Career, fame, fortune, we're gonna let it go. Now that you're crazy. Everybody involved. The land. And thus to say that I need medications, internating my people, which definitly shows and says who I am and what I do. And delivering to jails because of, where are you catching drugs? This one lies. And this cannot be the holy of the God. What are you doing? You think you've done something? You think God is with you? Look what you do. And what are you doing? This is exactly the same like you. He himself said so. Cannot be God. Because of corrupts them, destroys them, abducts them, yields them, ruins them, and force them at the fatlessy drugs with Policía Federal Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Evangelistas Unidos, to carry cars, houses, and families to rape and murder, and organs to sell but murder one, and kids to rape and pedophilia, still business of praise and carnivals, and cabreras, and anacondias, and crudos with Kirchners, Fernandez, Kirchner's Maximo Cristina, the next series of the reproduction gestalt. And the whole perra de mierda de esta maldita degenerada tierra. And in the reality for the black mirror of because of they lied to the government, to the state, to the people, we're going to get this whenever we end with this, all which are all criminals organized and are dangerous for everybody. Sending to destroy and rape murder, while perras degeneradas, esta maldita plaga, Rótolo, goes and comes, making the goddamn business of the time, for they have a coin as well, the same classified, goddamn rotten hell bitches of the hell. And nothing stops until I should kill them. Or, my God, that supposedly will be good, so couldn't kill. But the execution justice is being good. Which this perra degenerados doesn't find and cannot do, but murders. And let me and threatening and making menace for they to show like this perras degeneradas evangelasas, perras hijas de una gran maldita reventada puta, there's to making, like Gatsby, because of they cannot be embarrassed and cannot lose a business with this perros degenerados, declaring I abandoned them, but they always wanted this, and it's gestal, and are psychos, and are perras manipuladoras, criminales de cuarta, declaring that they are poor ones, and are manipulated, but they goes for the blowjob and saying, do to me what you are doing permanently, so everybody believes, and we make it. Everyone. In the cuarteles, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, and all over making this. We only have sex, we have rights, and we can regret. Don't you see, we can do something because of, if we keep on moving forward because of God's mercy us, and we get forgiven. And it's every day it's making guerra espiritual. While extortions and the generation saying that they profaning me will making be anybody else's, and happening this all, declaring they will prove authority with that, not me. Because of my people wouldn't respond on nothing of God, and they ills and destroys like Balaam and our generation. And Balaam were now too. desnigger. Enar perras degeneradas, infernales, para poner muertas. Cada uno. Shut up. Now I'm sorry for the terms, for the falsy, again. It's a little bit, and enough rage and tiredness. And still making the same, and still happening like I said. But I said first, the problem is, 10 megabytes second is enough to the hacking and robbing what I do, and I will rob advertisement that they were not invited to do, so threatening, Stelker, run and rank, and I'm sorry to mention in the names I'm mentioning here with the terms I'm using again. For they to hack the corporation when making destructions to my person, the whole criminal perro de mierda, putazo hijo de puta de esta maldita tierra. Asociado con peronchos putazos y kirchner's putazos y evangelazos putazos telling that they provide to the kids. Y putazos federales y putazos fuerzas armadas telling that they can do like a business that they will administrate and regulate, giving the coin of the earning. With brujazos putazos argentinos e invitados to make this work. 11 advertisements telling that I will rob them that when they hacked the corporation and threatening they would give $9 million and $6,800 million to evangelics because of I will rob them. An advertisement of customers of the corporation that they worked before and done already and were not that I will do. And making Untitled Chapter and preparing for 904,804 grupos de putas y degenerados criminales con Policía Federal Argentina, Evangelistas Unidos, Metropolitana, Servicio de Inteligencia del Estado Argentino, Ejército Argentino, Gendarmería Nacional, delighting to be making advertisements and I will do, but walking in this town, man controlled by the profanation of themselves, organization and artifact of putas y criminales de cuarta, declaring that I will rob them what I were called to do. And I'm sorry the terms again, but it's exactly to tell that. And the reality of this, my tiredness, is I'm gonna put in ashes to cut them fucking land complete. And it's the best to do. And that the rage, once the dog is dead, let's killing the dogs. No rage, no more. But we gotta be careful because of the putas and farmas stimulates to trying to kill everybody because of what does he wants to do to us? Go to! I want to exterminate this land. This land is sickness because of the ones. And the victims, I already afforded myself enough. I'm not gonna tolerate no shit. Never have and won't. So the reality is simple. I am not for perros degenerados, criminales, abominables, podrida masa de mierdas, y no se toca lo que es del reino de los cielos para putos, putas Sodoma y Gomorra y putas babilónicas y putos criminalazos desubicados degenerados, delirando que tienen derecho a hacer y tomar. Y eso se paga con muerte y con la sangre de cada uno del que lo hace. Y se contemplan víctimas, pero justicia implica crimen y la humanidad se paga. Lo lamento. HTTPS www.ddmc DVDIT F5F3 DIC10 F321 328 32 and I smart like email ramasim apple de social blim bafech mosechal halgivisasim. I'm not connected yet. Ahora vas a ver lo que te decimos. Como una foto de uno que tiene una cosa así. Criminology, I have been dealing with that. And is a milico putazo argentino, which has TNI, plekimbo revefejoma plekama revefejol visot lesima plekmachli visosir, plevesroch machal visot plevesroch machal vitoch machal. Like the whole of the Ejército Argentino for Armadas Argentinas, especially experts, publishing them nudities in boners, to making vibe songs, to inviting people, to coming there, but spelled and but organized artifacts like this, to thrive and manipulate and conduct in a very supposed schizophrenic and oligophrenic and megalomania of mine, I suppose, a maniac persecutor, to the making fall at the need that they never had, to the making understand what they don't need, to the making go through what they don't have to for the being basically raped and murdered, and raped for the patrimony and families complete raped and murdered for these putas enfermas telling, ahora vamos a ver lo que te decimos, and making the business double about my person trying to fight for this to not happen. Are we understanding now? So the reality of icon first is the illusion of perrazos putazos argentinos that are in their rights to making what is not invited for, not allowed, and not permission given, in no patriot, in no nation, in no government name of no shit, unless putos sodomitas like this. Ejército argentino, hermano, Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Kirchners, Evangelistas Unidos.